Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, drop a like, subscribe if that's possible. I wasn't going to go live today, but after yesterday's performance, absolute shocking from the players, absolute disgrace. None of them deserve to be wearing that shirt. I'm done with a lot of them. I cannot believe how bad we were yesterday. I missed the first start of the game, thank God. But when we scored, I thought, the crowd were fantastic and they really got behind the team. But as soon as I don't know what Van der Ven was doing, but as soon as that happened, game changed. Obviously, definite red card. I've heard people say it wasn't a red card, or he was outside the box, which shouldn't have been a penalty. He pulled him back. It was a blatant penalty, deserved to be sent off, but absolute disgrace. I think those players are they've checked out. A lot of them have. Van der Ven, I don't want him playing for Spurs ever again. And Romero can go as well. A lot of them, I think they will go in the summer. I think there's always that talk with Van der Ven, with obviously Barcelona, Liverpool, Man United, and I think that's turned his head and he wants to go. And to be honest, I don't really blame him too much for wanting to go, but at least get us out of the situation we're in. We're in dire straits at the moment. We need as much help as possible, and it's not looking good. There's talk about Tudor maybe leaving today. I've heard stuff. I can't say it's all his fault. He probably shouldn't have been the manager coming in the first place. But it is what it is. We're stuck with him at the moment until we make a change. They should have gone out and got Harry Redknapp, or even not Harry Redknapp. People say, well, he's 80, he hasn't managed for ages, but someone that just gets the club, someone that just is, who loves the club, someone who is Tottenham. Tudor, what does he know about Tottenham? What does he know about the Premier League? Doesn't know anything. And we are in dire straits, and I think we're going down. We don't have any fighters in the team, don't have any belief. A lot of those players don't deserve to be playing for Spurs. West Ham, Nottingham Forest, they have players in that team that fight. Look at them the other day. West Ham beat Fulham 1-0, played really well against them. How do we play against them? We bottled it against Fulham the other day, last week. And look at Forest. I got an unlikely point against Man City. Two teams battling. They're battling for their life. They're fighting for survival. We're in dire straits. I just don't see us getting out of it. I have a friend that's a Leeds fan who keeps saying that they'll go down and we'll stay up. I've put a bet on them that we'll go down. I don't want to bet on Spurs, but I just don't think we will get out of this situation. And he's like, no, Spurs will stay up, Leeds will go down. But on what evidence? We've got some winnable home games coming up, but the thing is, we can't win at home. And our away games, we've got Liverpool, Chelsea, Villa, and Sunderland coming up away from home. And we don't look like I don't think we're going to win any of those away games, and our home form is awful. Palace yesterday was a winnable game. The way they've not been playing very well themselves, but they beat us because we were shocking defensively all over the place. Don't have a clue. We didn't have with the home team. These players, I don't think these players are bad. They're not rubbish players. They just checked out. A lot of them are. So I just don't. I think we're destined for the Championship, and I do worry if we do go down, if we'll ever come back up again, or it might take a long time. These owners have got a lot to answer for. I think until they sell up, don't think anything will ever change. I think these owners are an absolute disgrace, and they need to leave the football club. But I don't think they will, as long as they're making money. But they're being in the Championship, they'll obviously lose money. So will that be the avenue? Will going down be the way out? To get out of this club for the owners. I'm not convinced they'll sell. We always thought Daniel Levy was the problem, and I'm not saying he wasn't a big issue at Spurs, and I do believe it was a massive issue. There's certain signings we would have got if it wasn't. I think he messed it up a bit. But 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 I don't think he was the big issue. I think Enoch are the big issue, and I believe that if Daniel Levy was still in charge at Spurs, still pulling the strings, then I don't think we'd be in this situation. I think he would have sat Thomas Frank ages ago, um, and he would have brought someone in. He would have brought Pochettino back, or he'd done something. Maybe not Pochettino, but he would have done something, I believe, and we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now. But he's gone, and Vinay and Lange have got a lot to answer to. I mean, it's no surprise that Villa and Arsenal are doing so much better without them. Lange, Lange, since Villa fans weren't sad to see Lange go, and Arsenal fans weren't sad to see Vinay go, and that says a lot about where they are and where we are. They've improved so much, their squads. Our team is an absolute joke. Have so much potential at Spurs. It is a big club. It is a massive club. I don't care what anyone else says. Spurs are a massive club. But unfortunately, it's rotten to the core. Since Enoch come in, the whole Spursy thing never existed in the 90s, even though we had some bad sides. But since Enoch's come in, they've created the word Spursy. They've made it worse, and I don't see us getting out of it. I think we are going down to the Championship, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong, and I really hope we can get out of the situation. I just don't see it. I think we are destined for Championship football. But I just want someone to just get the club and shake it and just give it a shake and just get us out of this situation. So I'm just fed up of Spurs. I'm fed up of being a fan. I'm fed up of it all. I need something to happen. We're in the mud. We're in the mud. We need proper football people in charge of the club. Get us out of this situation. This could be the worst ever season. Arsenal winning the league, West Ham, taking our spot, and Chelsea relegating us. Can you imagine all that happened? That would be an absolute disgrace. The reason we're Mickey take to other fans is because those owners do not know what they're bloody doing. Last night, my blood was bloody boiling the way the team performed. But to be honest, they're not very good. I mean, I said earlier they're not bad players. They're not bad players to an extent, but to where we want to go, they're not that good. They're not that level. It just proves how important Son and Kane was to us all those years. And I think without them, would we have been a relegation team? Under Poch, we're the really good side, so I don't believe in that. But since I've left, since Kane left, and since Son's left, we've gone downhill. And we can blame injuries, and I do believe with injuries we wouldn't be in this situation if we didn't have all those injuries. But the trouble is, you can't keep blaming injuries. We've still got players out there. These are internationals. There's certain players out there who can still do a job, and it's unfortunate. We're just all over the place. I see one person's in here, so drop a comment if you like, and I'll answer back to you. But it is, we're just completely in the mud. I really don't know what to say. Completely just fed up. It's probably the lowest I've ever been as a Spurs fan. I'm 38, so I've been a Spurs fan my whole life. Hi, Lauren, you alright? So I can't bring up the comments on the on screen. I don't know how to do that. I have to figure out how to do it. So I'll just read the comment out if you want to leave one. Anyone leave a comment. But how if there's Spurs fans in here, anyone or any football fans, let me know. But we're absolutely in the mud at the moment. I'm very frustrated. We are going down. I can't see us getting out of it. West Ham and Forest have a bit more fight, and even Leeds have a bit more fight about them, even though they've lost a couple of games recently. I honestly believe those three clubs will get out of the situation they're in. We just don't have the experience. We don't have the bottlers in the team. We don't have the fighters to get us out of a relegation battle. We're an absolute disgrace. Those players are Van der Ven, like I said, don't want him playing for Spurs ever again. Apart from in the absence of Romero, but he's not a captain. There's plenty of players. Players that I was impressed with last night were Archie Gray and Matisse Tell, two players that I've not been that impressed with lately. But those two players were excellent. Archie Gray was fighting, Tell was fighting. Even Kevin Danso, I thought did all right. But Kevin Danso has passion, but he should, one of them should probably be captain. But we are going down. Can't see us staying up. But hopefully I'm wrong. But it's not looking good. I should go and support my local team, who are actually doing well in their league at the moment. But it's I'm really worried. I really am worried. I don't see us getting out of it. But hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we can get out of it. Don't really know what else to say about this thing. There's not many people in here. Obviously one person, so it's not looking good. But hopefully more people join soon. I'm a new YouTuber, so hopefully things improve and I start getting more subscribers and likes. But it's not looking good. But hopefully things will turn. Thanks for my Twitch live, watching on the ones that did, and anyone can watch it back. So hopefully we pick up and we stay up, but I just don't see it. Unfortunately, I'll still have to say this. Come on, you Spurs.